Welcome to The Explainer. We're diving into a question that, let's be honest, is on a lot of people's minds right now. With AI everywhere, should you even bother learning to code anymore? Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start by smashing that myth that coding is dead. Then, I'll introduce you to this new idea of the agentic engineer. It's basically the future of being a developer. After that, we'll get practical. What do you actually need to learn? What's the best tool to start with? And the best part, how you can literally use AI to learn AI and get good fast. All right, let's just jump right in. You hear all this chatter online about the future of software, right? But here's the thing we need to get straight. This isn't some kind of doomsday scenario for coders. It's an evolution, and a really, really fast one at that. And look, it's a totally fair question. If an AI can spit out code, why would you spend all that time and effort learning how to do it yourself? It's a question on the minds of pretty much every new developer out there. Well, the answer from people who are deep in this stuff, like developer Tina Huang, is a huge yes. And the reason why is kinda counterintuitive, but it's brilliant. She points out that you should learn to code precisely because AI has made it so much easier and faster. Think about it. The barrier to entry just got blown to smithereens. And when we say fast, we mean lightning fast. I mean, just look at this timeline from someone like Andre Karpathy at OpenAI. In early 2025, he's kind of playfully calling this stuff vibe coding, something you mess around with on a weekend. Fast forward just 1 year, and it's now the default workflow for professionals. He's even got a new name for it, agentic engineering. Going from a fun little experiment to a professional standard in 12 months? That's just wild. So that brings us to this new kind of role. This isn't just a small change. It's a complete shift in what it means to be a developer. You're moving from being a coder to being an orchestrator. So what on earth is agentic engineering? Well, think of it like this. Instead of writing all the code yourself, you're now managing a team of AI agents that do the building and fixing. Your job becomes being the high-level manager, the director, or even the puppet master who pulls the strings and makes sure these super powerful tools are building what you actually envision. And this comparison here just nails it. The traditional coder, they're kind of like a bricklayer. They're down in the weeds, focused on syntax, making sure every single brick, every line of code is perfect. But the agentic engineer, that's the architect. You're not laying the bricks anymore. You're designing the entire building, creating the blueprint, and then overseeing the crew of AI agents that do the heavy lifting. Okay, so this is the million-dollar question, right? If your job isn't just about typing code line by line anymore, what should you actually be spending your time learning? Let's map out the modern learning path. So here it is, your new curriculum. And look, step 1 is still the basics. You absolutely have to master things like variables, loops, and object-oriented programming. That's just a way of organizing your code. Why? Because you still need to be able to read and understand what your AI assistants are producing. Then, step 2, you level up to software architecture. This is the big picture stuff. System design, databases, APIs. You need this to give your AI agents good directions. Step 3 is version control, so learning Git and GitHub. This is non-negotiable. It's how you track what the AI is doing, and more importantly, how you undo its mistakes. Then, step 4, you've got to focus on security and privacy. This is a massive one, because it's a known blind spot for AI right now. And finally, here's a little bonus tip. Get into microservices. Basically, learning about containerization lets you put your AI agents in little digital sandboxes, so if they mess up, they don't bring down your whole system. All right, so to make all this theory really concrete, you need the right tool for the job. And let's be super clear. In the world of AI today, that tool is Python. It's not even really a debate. So why Python? Why is everyone so obsessed with it for AI? Well, it boils down to a few really powerful reasons. First off, it's just plain easier to learn. The syntax, the way you write it, is super high level and feels a lot like plain English. Second, the community is gigantic. I mean, huge. That means whatever problem you have, someone has probably already solved it and you can find the answer. Third, and this is key, pretty much all the important libraries and frameworks for AI and data science are built in Python first. And finally, it's super flexible. It supports all these different ways of programming, which just makes it a great all-around tool. I mean, look at this. This slide says everything you need to know. On the left, you've got Python. To get your computer to say hello world, it's one line. Simple, right? Now look at Java on the right. To do the exact same thing, you need all of that ceremony, all that extra code. That's what we mean by simplicity. And that's exactly why Python is the perfect language to get started with if you're serious about AI. Okay, now we get to my favorite part. the really cool meta part of all this. You can actually use the very AI technology that's shaking everything up to help you learn faster than ever before. You're going to use AI to learn AI. So, tip number 1, use AI as your personal tutor. Seriously, instead of just passively reading an article or watching a tutorial, give the link to an AI. Ask it to summarize the key points for you, or even better, ask it to generate a quiz for you before you start. This totally primes your brain and gets you actively looking for the answers. All right, tip number 2, and this is a game changer. Whenever you run into a concept that just isn't clicking, ask the AI for an analogy. Don't just ask for a definition. Say something like, explain recursion to me using an analogy about Russian nesting dolls. This connects the abstract idea to something you already get, and it makes the knowledge stick in a way that a textbook definition just can't. Tip number 3, and honestly, this might be the most important one. You have to build stuff. Learning to code is not a spectator sport. You learn by doing. And the amazing thing now is that with AI coding agents, you can get a project up and running in minutes, not days. You can just start building and experimenting with new technologies right away. That's where you'll learn the most, guaranteed. And our last tip, number 4, turn AI into your personal code interpreter. You know when you find some code online, maybe in a tutorial, and you're just staring at it, having no idea what it does? Just copy and paste it into an AI and ask, hey, can you explain this to me line by line? It's literally like having an expert programmer sitting next to you, ready to help 24/7. So, let's bring it all home. The role of the coder, the developer, it isn't going away, not at all. It's just getting a massive upgrade. We're moving away from the craft of laying each individual brick and into the art of being the architect. And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about, doesn't it? In an era where you can build incredibly complex software just by describing it, what does it truly mean to be a builder anymore?